Today's video is all about some back to school favorites. I am a homeschooling mom and I have 3 kids who are school age this year, and so I'm going to share with you some of our back to school favorites. These items are not your typical like back to school supplies. Here in Canada, I'm filming this the first week of August, and we still have a whole month of summer left. I think this year our school starts September I want to say it's the 4th or the 5th. I know a lot of people watching this, your school probably starts in August, like I know a lot of the USA does. Let me know down in the comments when you guys start school. But we still have a little ways to go, and so I'm not out as early as you guys going out and buying our school supplies, but I am just going to share with you some back to school traditions we have and things we look forward to for the first day of school, and just some of our favorites. This video is a collab. There are a lot of other moms sharing their favorites today, whether their kids go back to public school or private school or they homeschool, they will be sharing their favorites. So make sure you check down in my description. I'll have a playlist to the rest of these videos. This first favorite is definitely a back to school tradition for my family, and that is these first day of school interviews. I shared them with you guys fairly recently, and some of you were interested in the link to where I got these printables. So I will try to remember to link these printables down in the description as well below if you guys are interested in trying these out. But we do a first day of school interview. So for my oldest son, he's going into 3rd grade, and so he answers all these questions. And then as well on the second page, I do take a picture of each one of the kids holding up a whiteboard that says first day of whatever grade they are entering. So I printed up a 1st grade interview, a 3rd grade interview, and then my youngest son is entering kindergarten. So I love looking back on these, seeing how they wrote their name at that stage, seeing how they answered their questions, like what they want to be when they grow up and their favorite subject and what they want to learn next year and so on. It's just really interesting to look back on. And then we also do a last day of school interview, so that is also very interesting to see how they have changed. Especially I really like seeing how they have improved in writing their name from the first day of school to the last day of school. I bought this book last year from one of my homeschool mom friends' recommendation, and it's called This Is My Home, This Is My School, and it is such a cute little book showing like all that we do at home, but then home is also our school, and it's a cute little storybook. We read this often. The last page here is about the author. We read this book quite often throughout the year, but it is definitely a tradition we have on the first day of school to read this book to the kids, and it's just a really fun tradition that we have. One last first day of school favorite is that I get each of the kids a binder. So they each get to choose their own color of binder they want to use for the school year. And then on the first day of school, I give them each a paper with some fun like craft and art materials, like stickers and markers and glitter and whatever that they can decorate their front page with. And then they stick their page into the plastic cover here at the front. So all year they get to use this binder, and it's just personalized and fun and pretty. So this is last year's. This is my daughter Charity's book. She wrote her name and then my other daughter's name backwards underneath it, and then just a whole bunch of fun stickers, but she decorated it exactly how she liked to do it. And our first day of school is pretty relaxed and fun, just kind of getting a gradual start into the new school year. My next favorite is a great substitute for a globe or a wall map if you have limited space in your homeschool. And so I have a couple of these. They're called a scrunch map, and they fit into this tiny little bag. And we pull these out often because the kids always have random questions, you know, like, oh, where is this place? Or I keep telling my son Simeon, who's entering kindergarten, I need to get out the map and show him more about Canada and more about the world, because he keeps asking me questions like, we're in Ontario, and he'll ask me questions like about his cousins, like, do they live in Canada too? And like, if we drive to the beach, are we driving into the USA or are we still in Canada? And he just doesn't grasp the concept, which will come in time. But I think I need to pull out this map and show him how it all works. Anyways, so it's just a fun little map. It gets folded up. You open it up and it's very, I don't even know how to describe this material. I honestly don't know what kind of material you'd call this, but it won't rip, it won't tear. Sure, it gets a little wrinkled, but like you just fold it back up and put it back into your little bag, and it is safe until the next time you use it. So just a very much a space saver. And one of these days I would love to get a globe. I just don't really have a good spot to keep it right now. And we don't have room in our walls for a map in our school room because we don't have a school room. It's our dining room. Anyways, so someday I would like to get those things, but for now these work great. I have this one, which is the World Scrunch Map, and then this one I have is the Canada Scrunch Map, and they're pretty inexpensive too. I think I bought one off of Timberdoodle and then one off of Amazon, and they were each maybe $15, but a really nice resource to have. My next favorite is definitely a library card. Having a library card can be a huge benefit to your homeschool. We like to go to the library fairly regularly over the school year and over the summer as well. We've actually been super regular at the library this summer. My kids are doing the summer reading program, which has been great because it's really pushed us to go to the library every single week because they need to go every week in order to get their prize for reading a certain amount each week. So that has definitely kept us there often. Over the school year, we might only go every 2 weeks or so, but we love to get our read alouds there. The kids love to get chapter books and just their independent reading books there, easy readers, the books for the preschoolers and toddlers, like just so many great books. And then also, you can definitely find some supplements for whatever subjects you're learning in your homeschool as well. So if you need something to kind of help out explaining something in history or geography or science or whatever it is, you can often find those books, those helpful resources at the library. And so that is super beneficial to us. My last favorite is a new addition to our homeschool this year, and I am very excited about it, and that is a laptop. Not everybody will need a laptop in their homeschool. I think it will be helpful for me to, if I'm doing something and I can just be sitting at the table with the kids, looking something up if I need to and not having to go over to our desktop. But the biggest reason I am happy to have this is because my oldest son is starting teaching textbooks this year, and so he needs a computer for his math curriculum. And so I think it'll be so much easier to have a laptop than have to have him sitting at the desktop computer. That reminds me, I need to buy him some headphones. Anyways, but that will be super helpful, I think, in our homeschool this year. So those are some of my favorites for this upcoming school year. Definitely not your necessarily traditional favorites, not the usual school supplies, but just some really helpful things that we have in our homeschool. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Let me know what some of your back to school favorites are, and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. If you're coming from one of these other channels in this collab today, I would love it if you would subscribe and join my channel as well. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.